Okay, so I pulled that out. Okay. That was the chief at the firehouse. The first lieutenant has been entering a lot of data on our points, our drills and our calls and stuff like that, which we have to keep track of. And some of them are coming up. I keep hearing a noise. Some of them keep coming up as much as 17 calls short. Now that's a lot of calls. One call, two calls, you can understand. 17 calls, and some of them are 10. So none of them are one or two. They're all big numbers, and these big numbers can cost. So we got to find out what's going on now before it gets too late. You don't want to start dealing with this at the end of the year. So we decided at that point to just do what we have to do and get a hold of the captain, which I just did. Now the first lieutenant was trying to get a hold of him, but they can't get a hold of him. So I got a hold of him and set up the appointment. But meanwhile, I got to find a way of doing something with this valve. So this one fits this one. So we know that. This one fits this one. So if I want to do something with two valves, it'll be nice to be able to do it with two different sizes. So let me take a sleek of water out here. Oh yeah, why don't I take a sleek of water? I'm going in there, but I'll drink this water out here. Why? Who knows? Okay. Now, what I like to do. Whoa. Excuse me. I was talking with the first lieutenant today, and we were just kind of bullshitting a little bit about things in general. And he says to me, "Did you go to the fire the other night?" I go, "Yeah." I said, "The house is burnt to the ground." I says, "That's all there is to it," which it is. He goes, "Did anybody else show?" I says, "Well, yeah." I says, "He was actually there before me. Joe, the captain." I said, "He was there." He says, "Oh." He says, "Did you get there together?" I said, "No." I said, "To be honest with you, I sent him a text asking if he was there. And he never got back to me. And then when I heard the flames were coming through the roof, I said, well, I better get out there. So I went. And when I got there, pouring rain, even with your rain gear on, you're getting soaking wet. But when I got there, he's there. I said to him, "Joe, did you get my text?" I heard the phone beeping in my pocket, but I didn't pull it out. Oh, come on. I said, "Joe," I said, "what happened if it was important? Not even us. What happened if it was important?" Well, okay, well, this is just the way he seems to be. So he's not feeling good. So I got that equation here. They took him off his Lipitor, and apparently he's also confused about that because he had said to me that he started having problems when we had the open house. And that he thinks it was because they took him off the Lipitor. So I said, "Well, how long's the problem been going on?" He says, "2 weeks now." He said, "Since they taken him off." I go, "Joe, open house was back in March." I said, so, if that's the case, you're off. There's a problem here someplace. But apparently his legs are in pain. He can't sit for long. He can't stand for long. And I know how that is because I got a bad back. And I'm the same way. I'm good for about 4 hours. I'll give you the best 4 hours you ever seen. But after that, leave me alone. Or you won't live to see the next day. Uh, but meanwhile, I said, so John had said to me, oh, so Joe was there. And I said, yeah. And I said, but you never called back. You never told me he was there. I said, I texted him. He says, Ernie and I were talking, and, he's definitely not captain. He shouldn't be a captain. Hello. I said, well, listen, what he is and what he is what he is. I mean, that's all there is to it. I don't know what the problem is with him not calling anybody to let anybody know where he is or what he's doing, especially when he's alone. I says, now with this fire, that's one thing, but they didn't. If something was to happen to him or any of us, all right, they're fighting a fire. Now you're going to have to worry about them helping you because you just fell to the ground for some reason or another. So you're adding another problem to the equation. I said, so by having somebody with you, one of us, you have somebody there to help while they're still doing what they're got to do. So, and I told him, I said, one night I heard there was a bunch of wires down and they were sparking and arcing and yakking and whatever. And this was like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was on the other side of town. And I said, well, you know what? If they're sparking up and yakking and all that, I said, yeah, maybe I'm talking to myself. Maybe I ought to get out there and see if I'm needed. So I went out there. When I get there, sitting on the street in the dark, all by himself, nobody around, just him. Not even his caution lights or his lights going. Parked in the middle of the street. When he sees a car coming, he turned on his lights, which is wrong. You gotta have them on all the time. What happens if you fall asleep and you don't see the car coming? You follow me? Which, first of all, you shouldn't fall asleep, but if it happens. So anyway, I pull up out there, and he's there all by himself. I said, Joe, why didn't you call? He goes, why? Joe, you're out here. What happens if you have a heart attack? You fall, you trip, you bang your head. There's a lot of things that can happen. They're not going to find you until the power company comes out here 3, 4, 5 hours later. By that time, you're dead. I says, you gotta call. I don't want anybody alone out here. And now, I'm not the captain, so I'm really not supposed to be saying these things, but I tell them, this ain't got to happen like this. You got to let us know. If I'm alone, I'm going to let you know, especially if it's late at night and there's nobody around. Not that you even have to come out, but at least let somebody know you're there so they can check in on you periodically, Like, for instance, if we're going out with the Coast Guard, we go out and we tell them how many people are on board and when we're going to check in. If we say 15 minutes, if they don't hear from us in 15 minutes, they're calling us. If we don't respond, they're going to try it a few more times, and then they're going to send somebody looking for us. Well, come on, you tell me you're out there. I say, okay, listen, I'll call you in 15, 20 minutes. If you leave, call me. And answer the phone. Or text, something. This is what you got to do. So, but they just, he's just strange. I don't understand him. I really don't. Anyway, and then they kept saying, well, he's just not captain material. You guys put him in. What can I tell you? You don't put somebody in charge of something because you know them. You put somebody in charge because they're the one that's made or should be in charge. Keep it right. All right, now here we go. Now we're running. Heat is on. Let's see what happens. It's all right. I'm not going anywhere. Now, these are probably not going to get hot just yet, but let me see. Nothing there. And again, the thermostat's not open, so we don't know. Okay. Well, that's not a very good flow now, is it? So this is the bottom line, which is right. Okay. And this is the top line. Good. So why don't we have more flow on this? I'm thinking we should have more flow. Let's wait a little bit until it warms up. Meanwhile, I'll just keep dumping antifreeze all over everything. Oh, while I'm out here, let me check something here. I don't know if I did or not. I don't think I did, but anything's a possibility. Did I put, those are casings. No, see, I didn't. I have no idea where the hell I did, or what the hell where I put it, what the hell I did with it, whatever. A magazine. These are just empty casings. So, and I don't even have any 40s in here. I got tons of 45s. And I got 40, but they're full metal jacket, and I do not want to use 40 full metal jacket. I mean, not full metal jacket, jacketed hollow points. I'm going to have to go through this van. I'm wondering if I had it on the seat and it hit the floor and it's just rolling around in here someplace. Maybe tonight when the wife comes home, she'll help me go through the van. I gotta clean that camera. Actually, I'm thinking about moving it. You can't see it, but it's right there. You can see it right there. Thinking about putting it back there on the downside and putting a little bit of case around it so that it won't get scotsad in the wintertime. Okay, this hose feels like it's starting to get hot. Yeah, thermostat is opening. It's all right. Oh, I'm working on this heater core, and I just need you to tell me if you think it's got the right flow coming out of here, because the core has all kinds of flow. The core is not blocked at all, okay? But now, let me start it up. It's been running, so the thermostat's open.
Got enough water in there?
Oh yeah, oh it's full, yeah. Now if I take this and turn this on,
You gotta turn this one on.
yeah, well this is the one where the water comes out of. Shouldn't that be coming out more than that?
Yeah, but this is not being fed then.
Well that's, yeah, but this has to be fed in order for that to work?
Well, let's see.
Alright, you're gonna, there you go. Okay, because this is hot, so, alright, so when it goes through, it comes out, and then
This is pushing against here.
oh, okay, okay. So it's got to work with one another.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we do have good flow.
Yep.
So then why the hell don't I get heat when I'm idling? The temperature is good, the thermostat's good, the temperature shows 200 degrees, it's not overheating. I should see heat. But when I'm driving, it's the only time I get it. If I'm sitting